A single glance was enough to shatter all pride. No one would believe that a cultivator who had already reached the Yang reality realm would tremble uncontrollably before Wang Lin, someone merely at the asking peak stage, and even willingly offer his Tao soul just to follow him. Continuing from before, as the black-haired man advanced deeper into the lightning-filled region within the debris layer, an indescribable fear surged within his heart. His pulse became chaotic, his entire being instinctively trembling. His face turned gloomy. With cultivation at the Yang reality realm, unless he encountered true great cultivators who had stepped into the second step, there were almost none who could make him feel such fear. After a brief hesitation, he clenched his teeth and crossed the final layer of debris. With a single glance, he saw Wang Lin standing above the lightning pool. In that moment, Wang Lin appeared incomparably strange. His body floated in midair, surrounded by roaring lightning that continuously surged through him and burst outward in all directions. At the instant the black-haired man appeared, Wang Lin slowly opened his eyes. Those eyes could not be described. Within them seemed to contain heaven and earth itself, containing all the laws of existence. With just one look, it felt as though everything could be seen through life and death laid bare. The feeling was exactly like that gigantic arm beyond the heavenly gate in the past, shaking one's soul, making resistance impossible. Wang Lin casually glanced at him. In that instant, the black-haired man froze completely as if struck by lightning. He could not understand what kind of gaze this was, yet within it existed a terrifying force beyond all imagination. Even with his cultivation, this was the first time he had experienced such overwhelming power. Wang Lin's gaze remained calm, yet within it lingered traces of Tao comprehension. Everything he saw seemed insignificant, like mere ants. The fear in the black-haired man's eyes reached its absolute peak. Never before had he felt so close to death. With just one glance, all thoughts of resistance were completely erased. A deep stillness from the soul spread through his entire body. Everything happened in a single moment. The Tao intent in Wang Lin's eyes gradually faded. He inhaled deeply, then closed his eyes again. The black-haired man's body went limp, finally escaping that terrifying state. He stared at Wang Lin. In his eyes, Wang Lin now appeared incomparably vast. That disdain toward all existence within that gaze made him feel a near fanatical reverence. He took a deep breath and respectfully stepped aside. Not long after, Wang Lin opened his eyes once more. This time his gaze had returned to normal. What had just occurred did not only shock the black-haired man, even Wang Lin himself was deeply shaken. That feeling just now was something only those of the third step could touch. His expression grew serious. Such a state could only be encountered, not pursued. He faintly sensed that he had grasped something extremely important. At this moment, the black-haired man suddenly dropped to his knees, his voice trembling. Junior Shen Gonghu, second-rank envoy of the Thunder Immortal Hall, pays respects to Senior. If anyone else saw this, they would be utterly stunned. Shen Gonghu was known for his arrogance and cruelty. Even among the envoys, he was extremely difficult to deal with. More importantly, his talent was extraordinary. Even the Hall Master once said that within the Luotian star domain, Shen Gonghu's talent ranked among the top 30. Wang Lin silently looked at him. After touching upon the Tao of the third step, although his cultivation had not increased, his mental state had undergone a profound transformation. His very soul had changed. Even if Tian Yunzi stood before him now, he would not feel the slightest pressure. Wang Lin spoke indifferently. "What do you want?" Before Shen Gonghu could finish speaking, Wang Lin waved his hand. "If there is nothing, leave. Senior, this junior is Shen Gonghu from the southern Luotian region, a second-rank envoy of the Thunder Immortal Hall. From the Shengong clan." His voice was respectful, even pleading. To him, Wang Lin's attitude was perfectly natural. A true expert should behave this way. He knew he had disturbed Wang Lin's cultivation. Not being killed was already great mercy. Although he could see Wang Lin's cultivation level, that terrifying gaze made him disregard everything else. In his heart, that was what a true expert was. Even if hiding one's cultivation, no flaws should ever be revealed. Wang Lin looked at him coldly. Shen Gonghu immediately continued. "This junior knows his strength is insufficient, but my sincerity is absolute. I command many subordinate cultivation clans. If Senior has any request, I will do everything to fulfill it. I know these things may not interest Senior. I only ask for a chance." Wang Lin remained silent for a moment, then shook his head slightly. The divine ability from earlier could not be used again. If exposed, it would bring unnecessary trouble. Seeing this, Shen Gonghu quickly spoke again. "Everything I say is from the heart. No matter what happens in the future, I will never regret it. I will not disturb Senior. I only ask that when I attempt a breakthrough. Senior, give me a few words of guidance. If Senior agrees, I am willing to offer my Tao soul and follow you for 1,000 years." As he spoke, he formed hand seals and placed them upon his head. A black sphere of light emerged and floated in the air. Inside, it contained his Tao comprehension and intent. Within the Luotian star domain, subordinates could choose what to offer. The Tao soul was the highest form, and also the strictest. Once given, although it could not determine life or death, instantly, it could directly influence one's will. Offering it was the greatest proof of sincerity. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed. After a moment of silence, he spoke calmly. "Do you regret it?" "This junior will never regret it." Wang Lin said nothing further. He waved his hand, took the Tao soul, and directly merged it into his primordial spirit. Then he asked, "Why are you here?" "The Thunder Immortal Realm will open soon. I came here to cultivate origin power." "How long?" "About 10 years. At that time, one can enter through lightning." Wang Lin pondered. He was extremely interested in the Thunder Immortal Realm. Back then, in the Rain Immortal Realm, he could not absorb immortal power. But now, everything was different. Entering this realm could push him to great perfection of asking peak. After asking more details, he learned that the Thunder Immortal Realm was similar to the Rain Immortal Realm, but less damaged. Thus, the limit to enter was late-stage asking peak great perfection. Through special methods, some second-step cultivators could enter, but they must not use power beyond early Nirvana Cleanser. After understanding everything, Wang Lin glanced at Shen Gonghu. "You may stay here, cultivate, do not disturb me." "Yes." Shen Gonghu immediately nodded repeatedly, filled with gratitude. This had always been his purpose. Now, being allowed to remain here, his heart overflowed with respect and thankfulness.